Hi everyone, I wanted to come online today and talk about fear and effective strategies for dealing with, working with, overcoming fear, because there's a lot of fear going on right now. And fear can have a few consequences. One is that we get tunnel vision, right, where we can only see what's right in front of us, and that doesn't paint the whole picture. We have a hard time opening our eyes and looking around and seeing the bigger picture of what's going on. I experience this and see this in whitewater kayaking all the time, or in any extreme sport. If you practice an extreme sport, you know what I'm talking about, right? You get really tunnel vision. You just look down right in front of you, and then you forget to look around at the rapid or the wave or the trail or the mountain that's giving you other information. So that tunnel vision can be really detrimental, because then we are on a path that is out of fear and not able to look around and see the big picture. It can lead us down the wrong path, right? And the other thing about fear is that it can make us freeze, right? To where our thinking is unclear and we cannot perform optimally, right? So our decision making suffers because we're so scared. We just freeze. We think everything is chaotic and we need to do something right now, or what we're doing is wrong, or we make decisions based in fear because we're frozen. We become paralyzed and we become unclear, and that can also send us down a path that is not very effective for living fully, living joyfully. Even when the world seems crazy, there is still joy to be had, even when things are disappointing, right? There's a lot that we can worry about right now. The stock market, cancellations, making a living, obviously the health and wellness of our families and friends, communities, okay? If we let fear overwhelm us and we get that tunnel vision and we start freezing and we start unclear thinking, then we're not able to actually have a positive impact on ourselves and others. Okay, so here are some strategies to work with in the face of fear. One is to accept what is. This is so important. Don't run away from it. What is happening is happening. We're all at risk of this virus, right? The stock market has plummeted. Schools are closing. There are event cancellations. It's not business as usual, right? As much as we want it to be. Most of our suffering comes from resisting what is and wanting things to be different. When we can accept what is happening, then we can take action from that place of acceptance to move ourselves forward in the new context. Okay, so accept what is. Number 2, separate fact from story. Now I know this is really tough right now in our current climate. What I'm asking you to do is notice your stories. So separate fact from story. What are you telling yourself about what's happening in your life versus what's actually happening in your life, right? Most of our suffering comes from resisting what is, and then also from living out of the story of what we're telling ourselves about what's happening, the drama, the worst case scenario in our mind, versus actually what's happening now, okay? And to get there, to help separate fact from story, it's important to practice mindfulness. So sitting nice and tall and breathing in and out. Right now, right where you are. Inhaling, I breathe in. Exhaling, I breathe out. Inhaling, I breathe in. Exhaling, I breathe out. Right? And notice what's happening in your body right now as you breathe in and out through the nose, bringing some calmness, some relaxation, and some mindfulness, which will help you separate fact from story. Okay? Once you've separated fact from story, and most likely I'm going to make a little assumption here that if you're watching this video, that in this moment you are okay. You are okay in this moment. You're sitting here watching this, okay? And from that place of being okay, even with everything going on in the world, you can now take action to move yourself and your life forward. Yes, it might require patience. Yes, it means getting comfortable with discomfort. Yes, it could mean, feeling disappointed and feeling a little stressed, right? Remember to breathe in, right? It might require change in your life. You're still okay. I know you're resourceful, you're resilient, you're powerful, and you can take action with what needs to happen, according to what needs to happen and what needs to get done for the health and wellness of yourself, your family, and our community. Yeah. And so those are my tips for moving through fear, working with fear. Accept what is, separate fact from story, practice mindfulness and breathing, and then from that place, find your action that will move you forward because you are resilient and powerful. Okay? So that's my message today. May you be well. And in the next few days, I'm also going to talk about how to boost your immunity via Ayurveda. But this facing the fear is the number one step. Okay, so have a good day. Wishing you well.